What's up, guys? Your boy QuickStocks is back. As always, remember to hit those thumbs to recharge my dopamine so we can get right into the analysis of Zoom. Zoom! Ticker symbol ZM, trading for $125 a share as of April 13th, 2020, with a market cap of over $34 billion. Up over 100% since its IPO less than a year ago. So, is Zoom still a buy, or has everyone lost their mind after being quarantined for so long? This is your Quick Stock Analysis. In case you've been living underneath a rock for the last few weeks, Zoom Communications' primary function is to help people who work remotely, which has obviously seen insane growth due to the recent lockdown. Well, what a time to be Zoom, am I right? What we are doing right now is unprecedented. Humankind has never had the ability to where a majority of the world's population can put everything on hold and the world keeps going relatively smoothly. And I'm not discrediting all the crap going on. I'm just saying from a survival standpoint, humankind has never had the ability to shut the world down like we have, and from a survival and basic needs standpoint, be fundamentally okay. And let's be real, a lot of this has to do with advances in technology allowing people to work remotely. And honestly, in my opinion, the quarantine has let the genie out of the bottle, and I don't think it's going back in. I don't think it would be a stretch to assume even if things go back to normal, and a lot of people can go back to their everyday way of life, that a lot of companies are going to realize in many situations it's actually superior having employees work from home when possible. Even further, I think a lot of people are starting to realize they actually enjoy working from home, or at least are more productive, let alone not having to deal with the hidden costs of having to go to a physical building, such as getting to work, child and pet care, work attire, etc. And along with companies' hidden costs such as additional insurance, office space, electricity, liability. And once companies adapt technology, if it's beneficial to workflow, they tend to stick with it. And let's be real, Zoom executed on the telecommuting technology potentially better than anyone. And that's why they were being rewarded for it. And that's why they have a PE of 1,455. Wait. Yeah, you heard that right. Zoom has a PE of 1,455, which is absolutely insane. Hold up, I just checked again, and after another massive green day for Zoom, Zoom's PE is actually just shy of 1,600. But let's take a look to see if this valuation isn't as crazy as it sounds. So realistically, the only way we can try to value Zoom is by seeing how much they were making last year. With 10 million or less daily users, the company grew its revenue to $622 million in 2019. Let's zoom ahead. Zoom has 200 million daily active users now. Granted, it's hard to say how many of them are paying for the service because, of course, Zoom offers a free version, which a majority of their users use. However, it's important to note Zoom is already profitable and guided for profit margins of about 13% in 2020. Now imagine if Zoom had 200 to 300 million daily active users, which is happening right now. Watch Zoom pull in $5 billion in sales in 2020, when they projected 900 to 915 million before the quarantine happened. One could argue this is exaggerated, but honestly, it could become our reality. Even if they brought in $2 billion, that would still double their projection. I'm briefly going to point out a few things that you may be interested in before starting a position in Zoom. Zoom was the #1 most downloaded app in both the Apple Store and Play Store in March. A lot of people think Zoom's CEO is sketchy. Zoom has had allegation after allegation, and a lot of big companies are banning the use of Zoom for privacy reasons. There are a lot of competitors to Zoom. But honestly, none of this has seemed to slow Zoom down, at least as of April 13th, 2020. So let's be real, even if Zoom can bring in $5 billion in 2020, where 20% of that is profit. Once again, these numbers are super padded and should be taken as best case scenario for Zoom. That still only leads to $1 billion in net income. Does that really justify a $38 billion market cap? Well, that's for you to decide. And this is only for 1 year. Who's to say that after the quarantine is over that a majority of companies stop using Zoom and we actually see a steady decrease in net income from here on out? So what's my move? Honestly, I can't justify opening a position in Zoom at its current levels. There's just too many other great companies that I'm looking at building out a position in. However, I really can't fault anyone that would want to open up a position. I could definitely see the hype leading to another massive short-term bull run for Zoom. And who knows, maybe they will continue to hit it out of the park. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If I did, be sure to leave some thumbs, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.